Dom, can you talk a little tiny bit about this chart, maybe?
Yes, this chart came to me literally in a dream. I was traveling around the world doing all these different clinics. And I was, before the pandemic, I was doing 10 to 15 countries a year. I mean, when you're traveling at that pace, I've got just on Delta Airlines alone, I'm over a 2 million mile flyer. So when you travel at that pace, you are constantly taking in new information every second. So I finally, after my travels, I'm getting very similar questions from students about saying, "Well, I want to play drums, but I'm challenged and I don't get support from my parents, and I don't know if I can do this, and I want to do this, and I believe in this." And I'm hearing this from all these different musicians from country to country, city by city, village by village, music store and festival by festival. So finally, I'm home for a couple of days, and in the middle of the night, I always have pen and paper next to my bed. In the middle of the night, I wake up and I see this graph in front of me with passion at the bottom, a bunch of words in the middle. I wrote a couple of the words down. Then this arrow with a cycle going up to this dream and vision, and then coming down to passion, then going up the center into tools and goals. And I kind of charted this thing out, kind of looked at it, put it down, then went back to bed at 3:30 in the morning. Well, the next morning when I kind of got up and I looked at it, I started to clarify it. And I said to my wife, Charmaine, I said, take a look at this. What is this? She goes, well, I don't know. It looks like you have some kind of a chart that's got like almost like a flow chart to a certain degree that's got different movements. It goes circular, then it goes up the middle. And she said, what is it? I said, well, it's kind of like a cycle. And she said, a cycle of what? I said, well, I think if you're passionate, driven, and you're using these tools, which are words like, personality and, virtues and morals and ethics, heavy, deep words. And then you have outside words that build those up, like responsibility and perseverance and honesty. And then you have a plan. You can get to this dream and this vision if you really follow those directions. So I said, this is really kind of like it just makes me feel better. It empowers me. So she said, it's like a cycle of empowerment. I said, well, it's more like a cycle of self-empowerment. And then she said, well, there it is. So that's how that came about. And then once I had that graph, then I wrote the book around that graph, building up this graph and putting it together. So it really just happened out of a need from what I was hearing from people around the world.